Welcome to Zorpazorp Gaming. My name's Lachlan Linton Keane, and welcome to the first installment of our new Battle Companies campaign. If you guys haven't checked out the new Battle Companies book, it's absolutely awesome, and we're going to be running the map-based campaign with a couple of our long-time compatriots. John Yance, welcome back, dude.
Hello, hello.
What company are you going to be running in this wonderful little adventure?
We are playing Lothlorien, so basically we've got 3 Galadrim with a shield, a spear and a bow, and then we've got 3 regular elves.
Fantastic. I am going to be running some Dunedain, a Rangers of the North battle company, which is an all-hero company led by a young Aragorn and his lieutenant Halbarad, which is going to be pretty fun. And then we've got another fantastic member of the Zorpazorp team, Jackson. Welcome.
Welcome.
I'll take that one from me.
Thank you.
Who are you going to be running today?
Mordor.
Mordor!
Plain old Mordor. So this is led by Dromgot, and these are the men flayers. I have 3 orcs with shields, 2 orcs with bows, 2 orcs with spears, and 2 orcs with 2-handed weapons.
Yeah, nice. So definitely playing the numbers game. Nice to have an evil company in as well. And we also have a 4th member of our campaign, Jacques, who's going to be playing Gondor. He's not here today because he's like got a wedding or something. What an asshole. So we're going to have a good spread of different companies, kind of high model count, a few middlings, low model count for me with lots of heroes and lots of orcs. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with how the whole campaign system works, essentially, we've got the map of Middle-earth, which is divided up into territories. We all start in different spots, and we fight kind of random games to claim territory and score campaign points. There's a bunch of kind of critical locations on the map representing different locations, which we'll fight over, and they give us bonuses. So there's kind of like a whole extra added element to the Battle Company scene with some cool overlays that the map campaign brings. So the first thing we need to do, guys, is choose our starting locations. Now, you guys will see here on the map, I'll chuck a close-up up for you, that the yellow zones are potential starting locations. So we're going to do a roll-off, and Jacques gets to come last because he decided not to come today.
Decided.
Yes. So let's do a roll-off to see who gets to pick their starting location first. And a big 1 for me.
Big 1 for me.
Yes.
All right. John's going first, and let's roll off again for me and you, Jacko.
This is very foreboding.
I got a big 2. All right. Okay. So, Johnny, where would you like to go? Pick a yellow zone on the map. Now, the things that John are going to be considering is obviously all of these critical locations are highly important because they yield really nice bonuses, they can give you buffs. The Edoras one, for instance, makes horses cheaper or available to your company if they can't get them. The Dolamroth one lets you re-roll your hero progression. The Shire lets you kind of limit your injuries. So there's lots of different effects that these can have. So getting a location that's close to a fair few of these is going to be high on John's mind. Let's see what he picks.
I'm going to take this one right here.
It's the obvious choice. Look at it. It's so close to so much stuff. All right, John has gone right in the center of the map. Jacko doesn't want to go too close to John because then his territories will start warring away and they'll start clashing, but he does want to find somewhere with a pretty fantastic saturation of critical locations. Where are you thinking, Jacko? Any thoughts?
I think I like this section here with 4 all stuck together.
That's pretty cool.
That's like completely opposite of John.
Yep, sounds good. All right.
So I'm going to go there.
Up the top here? All right, now I've got to stop narrating and work out where the hell I'm going to go. Well, obviously I could go somewhere up in the north because this region's pretty unclaimed and then we can stick... No, that's way too big. But we, you know, maybe I could be up here near the Rangers of the North. There's a lot of cool kind of categories as well. Down here is probably a little bit too close to John. Cool, alright, well I'm going to go for theme and I'm going to come up here in the top of Eregion and go for some Shire and Rangers of the North style activity. And now we have to decide where Jacques is going to go. So we've assigned all of the locations a number and we're just going to do it by random choice. And hopefully he doesn't land in an absolutely terrible spot. What do I need? I need 2 dice. And... got a 5, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Hey.
down here. That's actually pretty good because even though he's a bit close to you, sir, he does get a nice big taste, and that's probably good for Jacko and I because he'll contest all of these incredible critical locations with you. So what we're going to do now is jump into the first round of the campaign phase. Now the campaign phase is essentially broken up into a couple of different phases. We've got the normal expansion where we get to do some territory claiming, and then we jump into the battle phase and we'll jump into the first game of the campaign, which is going to be these 2 gentlemen fighting it out. So, in order of the smallest company rating first, which will be... who's got the smallest? I've got the biggest.
99.
99, that goes to you. So Jacko gets to expand normally one territory that is unoccupied near his home territory, which is this one up here. But we're playing a house rule called Rapid Escalation, which is every expansion phase you can actually expand 3 unoccupied territories just to try and get our forces into each other a bit quicker and get things happening for you guys at home. So Jacko, where would you like to claim? We've got our little magnets here on the side. Do you want to pick 3 counters?
So to clarify, I can go 1, 2, 3.
You sure can. It only has to be adjacent. So by ploughing forwards, Jacko's managed to claim 2 of those very, very precious critical locations straight away. And I think the next biggest will be you, John.
Yeah, most likely. Alright, so we'll just go there.
You spoiled the choice.
Yeah, you've got way too many to dive in.
So 1, 2.
Very nice. Securing Dol Amroth and Dunharrow as well.
Yeah.
Very nice. 2 critical locations. Okay, so the next biggest will be Jacques. So I'll do him.
Yeah.
Well, following the trend of all the other players, Jacques is going to head on up and score himself the first critical location for his faction. And now the Rangers of the North are valiantly going to charge forward. And there is my home territory. And I'm going to grab 1 and 2. And I'll chuck my 3rd one here to start making some gains on the Shire for next turn. So that is our expansion phase over. We can see the map is already starting to take shape, and now it is into the battle phase, and we're going to jump into our first game against these 2 gentlemen. So let's grab our little scenario book, if you can take the map for me, Jacko. So essentially the battle phase is just a section where all of the players in the campaign just play a random game against each other. It doesn't matter where your forces are physically, you can play against anybody. It's good to mix it up every campaign phase. And then whoever wins gets to claim an additional territory at the end of the battle phase, and there's a few other little cool effects as well. Further on, when we get some forces that are close to each other, who is fighting who can matter, because you can start to steal owned territories from each other rather than just claiming unoccupied ones. But for the time being, it's just a good old scrap to get some unoccupied territory. So we're going to determine this randomly, gentlemen, to see what you are playing. So we're going to roll on the Battle Company's scenario table. We roll 1d6 to see which table we roll on. A big 1, so we're rolling on the first chart. And the scenario that you are playing is number 3, a show of strength, which is basically just kill each other. So
Good way to start.
Alright, we're going to get the terrain set up for show of strength, and then we'll come back and have a look at the boys' companies in detail and get the first game underway. So our first game is going to be a show of strength, which is leader kill. So the boys have gone ahead and deployed their battle companies. Mordor have taken up in a little triad of forests, and Jono's got his stunning little elves over here. And you'll notice that someone's joined the company, haven't they, John? So we've obviously got a couple of territory bonuses in effect, and on a 4+, because he controls the Eric territory, John has scored himself a Warrior of the Dead to join his forces. And Jackson could have had a Mirkwood Spider, but how did that go?
Great.
No, he rolled a big 1. So let's have a look at priority, boys, for the first turn. Big 6 for Jacko.
Okay, here we go.
And a big 6. Alright, let's try that again, guys. There we go.
Right.
And it goes to Mordor. We'll let the battle companies advance, and we'll come right back in the shooting phase. So you've got any shooting, Jacko?
No.
You've done a full move, alright, so half move from your 2 elven shots, John.
Indeed. So we'll start with the first sergeant over here.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take a shot at the archer right here.
Ooh, a bit of counter sniping from the elven battery.
Yeah. So 4s, because I moved 3. Yes. And we'll take another shot at the same guy with the armored Galadrim. So 4s again. 6. No in the ways, so just 5s, I think. Nope.
No wounds. Alright, well, that's it for turn number 1. You want to jump into priority, guys?
Let's do it.
5.
I'm okay with this.
And Mordor has got it again.
Alright.
The sound of the Mordor drums advance.
What? And the archers, I think, will just stay there because they're in full cover at the moment.
So Jacko's orcs have pushed up. He's making a bit of a flank around the woods, and he's lined up a few little pesky shots here with one of his orc heroes, Jacko, this one here.
Yep.
And then John's still got his fire base on the top of the hill. Warrior the Dead is moving around with a spearman, and he's got some other elves on the other flank as well. Now, you've got priority again, Jacko, and you've got some shooting this time.
2 shots. But because John's got an elven cloak, I only have 1 target.
So he can only target the armoured Galadrim here, because this gentleman's elven cloak is obscured from the cliff face, so only the 1 target for you.
Yep, that's fine. Okay, so first shot will be with my hero, I guess, because just in case I'm really lucky. I got 5 to hit. Nope. Okay, so normal dude. Nope.
No luck. And John, returning fire.
Okay, so we'll do the first sergeant into just the regular orc over there. Have a move this time, so needing 3s to hit. Hit on a 4, and 5s, 6.
Oh, big 6. Down he goes, Jacko. First casualty, first kill for the elves.
Ouch.
Just throw that one there.
And that was just with your regular bowman?
So regular bow sergeant.
Yep.
So the Galadrim sergeant will now shoot as well, and we'll take a shot at. Can't see that guy anymore. So we'll start taking shots at the front rank of the guys. Actually, we'll take a shot at this spearman over here.
Okay.
So 3s to hit.
Yep.
Again. In the way. It's going to be no. So goes to the spearman. So needing 5s again. Another 6. Oh.
Jeez. The bow putting down the snipes today. 2 orcs down in turn number 2. You're wishing you had your leader with a bow now, aren't you, for show of strength? Alright, of course it is leader kills that are only mattering for VPs. Where is your leader, John? Just for our reference.
He's floating around over here in the back rank.
And this is your leader here, Jacko?
Yep, right there.
Fantastic. Alright, well, let's priority for turn number 3, gentlemen.
5.
5.
Oh,
So you
it
get
swings.
me this
A big
time.
momentum swing.
Okay, so let's have a look. So there's 3. Yeah. Oops. Ah. Anything good? 5 inches to there, and 1 inch to there. And that's my move.
Time for the orc advance.
Gonna climb up the rocks.
Scale the cliff.
They're so going for the bowman.
Yeah.
They want some vengeance.
Again, that's one of my sergeants.
Yep.
So we will be in charge range.
Next turn.
Yeah. And that's your hero?
Yeah.
We're shaping up for a bit of a leader v leader here with our 2 opposing generals facing off. That completes our movement phase, and we're on to shooting. Now, John, have you got a few targets now?
Okay, so this elf here can shoot at the spear guy over here, and then this guy will take a crack at the sergeant over there. Haven't moved, so... Oh, and you're... Yeah, that's all good. Okay, so we'll do this shot here first at the spearman. Needing 3s to hit again. 6. I don't think I need it away from...
Have you got a clear shot on the spearman?
I can only see the head, so maybe that's an in the way from this part of the rock here.
Yep, cool.
So we'll do 4, 5, 6 to get through. Nope, hits a rock.
There we go, Rock saves him.
Bloody rocks.
Thank you, Rock.
And then this guy over here, needing 3s again.
Oh,
Let's get a 1.
big one.
Big.
Alright, well that wasn't as bad, was it, Jacko?
No.
You want to return some fire?
Yes. Alright, so this time, well, same thing. So my hero is going to shoot at your dude. So I got 5s. Hit.
Hey.
Okay, and this guy has a point of might.
Yep.
What's your defense?
5.
5, right.
Oh, no luck.
Ooh,
He's going to help there.
no, that's not.
Alrighty, Roo. Turn number 4. This one could be a bit of a big one. If Jacko gets priority, he's certainly within charge range. We've got our generals facing down on top of each other. Let's see that big priority roll, boys.
3.
1.
Oh, it goes to Mordor. Any heroic moves from you, Johnny?
No, I'll let you have it.
There you have it. In charge the Mordor.
Alright, so now I can strategically place my guys so that they're control zones make it impossible for you to get in combat with my leader, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Provided that I...
That you even want to fight my leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna get my. I need the spear guy to be safe.
Alright.
So basically, hopefully, what happens is we trade. You kill my guy, I kill your guy.
Just move this next to there. Fill up the gap.
Oh, here comes the Warrior of the Dead.
I can't see anybody anymore, so either I force you to climb and try and deal with me, or I just clink dudes in the back, which is what I'm going to do.
So a half move for those gentlemen.
Yes, 2 half moves.
So the lines have clashed. Jacko has piled in with his leader and a spear support, doing a nice little control zone tie-up to stop himself from getting wrapped around. But of course, we've got a big juicy elven leader here with a spear who's jumped in on that orc to try and help get a kill. He can, of course, still get the kill, wounding from the spear support position, so there's a chance for a kill there for John. And trying to take cover in the rocks here, Jacko, but it's almost paid off.
We'll see.
We'll see. There's definitely a couple of elves here who have half moved, who could shoot down into those guys, but there still could be a bit of a shoot-off with the last orc archer. So who's got priority this turn? It was you, Jacko?
Me.
So you're shooting first.
This guy. I'm gonna shoot at this guy.
At the armored guy through the thicket of trees.
Well, actually, at this point, is the elven cloak doing anything?
So he's
that's
the one
tree
without
over
the elf.
yeah. So this one has an elf cloak, and he's now obscured by this
so I
tree.
still can't see him.
Yeah.
So you can only see this guy,
Yeah,
and
that's
you probably need a cover test.
Okay. So I got 5 to hit.
Oh, no luck.
Could use a point of might, but probably not.
On the hit, bit risky.
I have a reroll.
Oh, true. Jacko does have a reroll. We didn't
Defense
mention
5,
that.
but it's orc bow strength 2 though, right? So
So
6s. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Alrighty.
All right, returning fire, John.
2 shots. This elf right here will take a crack at this double-handed orc right there. So it
he's
moves.
just a warrior.
Needing 4s.
Get it. There's nobody in the way at the moment.
Mine's 4.
So high rolls. Nope. Yeah, because I need 5, right? And then this guy will take a crack. I can't even bother with that guy. Let's just take a crack at this guy over here. Misses.
Big one. All right, nothing from the shooting this turn. Well done,
Sauron.
gentlemen. Good work. But now it's combat phase, and we got some serious excitement. Any heroic moves from you, gentlemen?
You mean heroic combat?
Yeah, sorry, heroic actions, I should say.
No, I'm good.
All right, let's dive into it. Jackson, you've got priority. Who would you like to fight first?
Let's start with here, my leader versus elf number 3 or
All right, so you've got 2 attacks. Any special strikes, gentlemen?
no.
I'm fainting with the elf with the elven blade.
Cool, which of course won't reduce your fight value because you've still got the fight 5 from the spearman. All right, set the tone, orc boy.
All right, so red is my leader. 6.
Oh, big 6. Oh, big snake eyes.
Okay.
Ouch.
I like this.
All right, so defense 5 on that front elf, John.
Yep, defense 5.
All right, so you got strength 3, so you're needing 5s to wound with both dice. Okay. Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna do a reroll.
Yep. So Jackson's got 1 reroll because of the difference in rating of the companies, because of the Warrior of the Dead. And, doesn't get the kill. All right, bad luck, Orc Captain. No points for you. That leaves us with 1 combat left. We've got a Wood Elf being supported by your General, John. So we got another chance for VPs being scored here. Are you going to do any
Shield.
strikes? Shielding. Shielding with the pick-wielding orc.
And we'll just feint with this guy here.
Makes sense. All right, the orcs
2.
get 2 high, double 2s.
The pink dice will be the fainting guy. Oh no, it doesn't matter.
Oh, a 1 and
See?
that's a 1.
one.
Oh,
That's
God.
another 1.
What you get? You get a 2.
Yeah.
Double 2s and double 1s. Do you want to spend a might point with your leader, John?
I don't have any other might there.
This is the downside, of course. John's got his other 2 heroes as his archers up here, so this is his only hero down here in the mosh pit.
I think I'm going to use the might point.
So spending 1 might point to put his 1 up to a 2, and then he'll take the fight on fight value and defense 5 of the orc. So you're going to be needing 5s to wound and re-rolling 1s with the normal warrior.
So I'll do the lieutenant first because his is the one that actually matters.
Oh, big 5.
5.
Big 5.
Dead.
Down goes 1 orc, and that is 1 point scored for John. Very nicely done indeed. All right, gentlemen, let's jump into priority for turn number 5.
1.
2.
And it goes to the elves. Any heroic moves from you, Jacko? We'll let him have a think.
Yeah. Alright, so I have realized that if I don't make a heroic move, I'm going to get trapped against the cliffs. So I basically need to, which means I'm going to use my axe two-hander sergeant to call the move. I need to save the might for my actual hero, who's going to be earning the points. John doesn't have any might down here, so I just get to do it. So he's going to call it. He's not going to go anywhere because he's basically trapped by his own dudes. But everyone else is going to move. So I'm going to move my hero here. Move my spearman there. And then this guy is going to move around to here. I need... no, and then this guy's going to just charge in over here too.
So not charging the Warrior of the Dead, so you don't have to worry about a courage test.
Yeah.
But successfully, well, potentially boxing out the Warrior of the Dead. We'll see how we go. All right, John, that is the end of Jacko's heroic move. Let's jump into your normal move.
I think I know what's going to happen.
Oh, the Warrior Dead has swung around into Jacko's leader. That could be a bit of a tough fight, Jacko.
Yeah. So basically, I've moved the Warrior of the Dead around with the Lieutenant just to try and take on his captain, take him out this turn. And then we've swung another Spear Elf over here because I reckon this Galadrim will be fine against this Orc right here. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the alternate flank and throw my elves off this cliff and see if I can attack this sergeant back here. So
hoping for some big ones, Jacko.
Yep. So he's shown an aptitude for rolling ones before.
So we'll do this guy here first. Rolling.
Oh, two. He's fine.
2. He finishes his move there. And then we'll throw this guy off as well. 6!
Oh, so he's going to have some movement left.
So we'll jump 2 inches down to there.
4 inches left. You're going to charge him?
We sure are.
Oh.
2 inches over to there.
And
We'll
looks
finish
like
the wrap there.
just enough to get the trap as well against that rock face. All right, well, he's going to be doing some fighting.
My only dude who's left to shoot is going to fire into this combat. Try and help out
one
my
over
sergeant. 5 to hit. He's got a point of might, but it's not worth it.
All right, no shooting for you, John, because you have so valiantly charged your 2 warriors down.
Got to be the move of magic, right?
Yeah, fantastic. Who has priority? It was you, John.
Yes, it was me. So I'll pair some combats off. So we'll make these 2 guys fight this guy here, and then these 2 guys will fight this guy here, which I guess will get supported by that spearman there.
Any heroic combats for anyone?
No. All good.
All right, where do you want to start?
Let's start with this one here.
The one-on-one with 1 elf versus 1 orc.
I'll just do a regular strike.
I'll shield.
Yep.
Shielding for the Mordor orc.
2.
6.
Big 6 goes to Mordor,
Stay back.
holding his ground.
I might go back this way. So just there we go.
Who is next?
We'll do these 2 here versus this guy here.
So 1 two-hander.
Yeah. So we'll feint with the 2-hander, and then the regular spearman will just do a regular strike.
I'll do a regular strike.
Cool.
2.
So 4 high for the elves, goes to the elves. So he's only defense 4, Jacko.
Yeah.
So will be 5s to wound for the elves.
So we'll do the pink dice as the fainting guy, and then just this guy as the spearman as the white dice. So rerolling on 1s for the fainting guy. I get a 5.
Gets a 5, that's enough. Down he goes. Oh, the orcs are falling, Jacko.
Yep.
Running out of bodies here.
Strike. And then this one here. Warrior of the Dead and the... Oh, there's that one there too, but the Warrior of the Dead and the guy there. So we'll feint with the Warrior of the Dead, why not?
Yeah.
And just do a normal strike with the Lieutenant.
6.
Oh, God.
6
There you go,
high.
one.
Hey,
Double
very
falls.
nice. All right, now defense 7 on that Warrior of the Dead.
Indeed.
So you're going to need 6s to wound the big scary ghost, Jacko.
Got a point of mine.
Yeah, you do. Hey, this could be the first kill. Get yourself on the board.
I'm gonna spend the mine.
Spend the mine. Oh, look at that. Bumps the 5 up to the 6.
I get a point.
The Warrior of the Dead has fallen, and very importantly, Jacko has scored a point with his leader. Have you got any kills with your leader yet, John?
Yes, 1 point.
1. Okay, so we're tied for leader kills, even though Jacko's forces are looking much more battered. He is very much still in the game from a scoring point of view. Now, we've got 1 combat left for the turn.
That's correct.
Our Galadrim Bowman hero versus Jackson's Orc Axe two-hander hero. The fight of the sergeants, we'll call this one. Striking normally, John?
Just regular strikes, yeah.
And you've got a normal two-handed strike, Jacko?
Yeah, normal as well.
Alright. Big 3,
4.
and that goes down to 3.
I have a point of mine.
You do have a
You
point
have
of
a point of
mine.
mine.
I have a point of mine as well.
So, John will win it on
I don't
fight
have a point
value.
of mine. I did the heroic move.
Oh, okay, you out of mine anyway. Alright, so John wins it on fight value, and he is trapped against the wall and the other elf there, so you're going to get 2 strikes on him needing 5s. And he gets him. Now, you've got a fate point, Jacko.
Yeah.
Needing a 4+ to keep your sergeant in the fight.
Yeah.
Hey! Nice work.
good,
We'll just separate those guys a little bit.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed. Okie dokie. Let's jump into priority, guys. That was a sparkling turn 5. Turn number 6.
Okay, I'll do my roll now.
And a big 6 for the elven forces. And a 3 for Mordor. It goes to the elves.
Okay. Interesting. Alright, so this guy is just going to re-engage him there. We're going to get these 2 elves to move and attack the sergeant again.
Pairing him up against the wall.
Bring them up. Hopefully I can do some damage there. And then what we're going to do is this guy's going to jump here. Captain's going to bravely stand behind again. And then we're going to chuck this guy over here.
And pair off the supporter. Alright, well that leaves you with 1 model to move. Jacko, is your sniper sergeant going to keep knocking arrows, or is he getting up into the fight?
My sniper is gonna start moving. So I've got to spend like a bit of my move to get out of here. So that would be 2. Now I'm on the path, so I got 4 left.
Racing on in.
Run.
Alright, well I'm guessing there's going to be no shooting this turn, gentlemen.
No, not at all.
Alright, let's jump into combat. You've got priority, John. Where would you like to start?
I'm actually going to call a heroic combat here with this sergeant over there.
Alright, so that is your last point of might on the battlefield now?
Yes. I don't think have I spent his? I don't think so.
I don't think.
Oh no,
I
okay,
think
so
I
you've
have,
still
so
got
I've still
2
got
might.
one.
Still
Yeah,
got 2
yeah.
might. Alright, so you're spending with the Wood Elf
Yep.
sergeant. He's
Wood Elf
spending his
sergeant.
might to call a heroic combat.
Yep.
And any normal strikes, special
I'll
strikes?
just do normal strikes, I think.
And you've got your normal two-hander, Jacko?
1 minus 1.
Take it away, boys.
5 and a 6.
Mine, 0.
Big one.
Okay, so double strikes for both.
Oh.
Okay, so we're going to put it on this guy here so that we can even out the experience.
Alright, so re-rolling 1s with this guy.
No,
you just struck normally,
Just
didn't
normal
you?
strikes.
And
So
a big
6.
6, down he
6
goes. And of course he spent his fate last turn, so he has now fallen. And they get to charge again.
And we'll chuck the last guy with might into this combat with the captain over here. And then this guy is going to run over here.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, where next, John?
Alright, so we will do this combat here.
So 1 spearman versus 1 spearman.
Yep, I'm just going to shield with the Wood Elf Spear.
Oh, of course, because the Wood Elf spears are able to use the shielding special rule, because why not?
Yeah.
Alright.
Jack's like, what?
Alright, Jacko, take us away, 1 orc.
3.
3 high.
So you win.
Wins on fight value.
I went on the fight value.
And your guy will just back away. Oops, sorry, Orc Captain. Alright, 2 fights left.
We'll do this one here.
I'm gonna I'm gonna stab.
Stabbing.
Because why not?
Going for the gamble.
I'm going to feint with the Sword Elf, and then the Sergeant will just do a normal strike.
Alright, let's set the tone for us. And 5 high.
5.
Ooh.
So now we have to roll the d3s to see who's got what fight, right?
So you'll still have fight 5, won't you, John? Because you
Yeah.
didn't faint with both models.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yep, so it'll go to the elves. Now, Jacko, do you want to do your stabbing damage first? Your orc takes a strength 2 hit, so
If I
needing a
kill
5
myself, you don't get points.
Yes, that's very true. Oh, no luck. Alright, now you get the chance to mince him. He can back away, so he's not trapped.
We're gonna just keep on putting it into the elf hero.
Put it into the hero.
Nope, for 1.
Hey.
So then just the regular wound, rerolling ones. Nope.
Hey, he survives. Alright. And one
Despite
big
that.
combat left. We've got Jackson's lieutenant versus one of your sergeants, your lieutenant bravely hiding behind another elf. So, pretty spicy. Jacko, are you going to shield or strike normally?
I'm gonna shield.
Gonna shield? Yeah, you got to play the long game. Give yourself a chance. Alright, 2 dice for Jackson.
This elf will.
Garbage.
Well, he's gonna.
You've
he's gonna
won the
faint.
fight.
5.
Oh, 5
jeez,
high.
too
Jeez.
You fainted though, so you can re-roll. can't you?
No,
No,
so the
straight
ones
on
is to
wounds.
wound.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, so it goes to the elves.
Okay, so I'll do a strike on this guy first because we'll make the lieutenant do a strike
Yep.
so I can try and not draw the game. Here we go. Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
one.
Okay.
Hold on.
Fainting
hold on.
elf. Nope. No rerolls. And then the regular captain dude. A 6. Oh, for frick's sake.
Oh, alright, so the regular captain scores a wound. You've got a fate point,
I have a
Jacko.
fate point.
So needing a big 4. And he's out of might, isn't he?
Yep.
Alright, so the captain is gone, so Jackson can no longer score any more VPs, and the score is tied at 1-1, because you didn't manage to get the kill with your leader. How many models have you got left, Jacko?
3.
You've got 3, so you're now broken.
No, I've got to be. Oh, I am broken. Yeah.
Yep, you're under
Alright, let's
50%.
get out of here, boys.
But you're not quartered, so you can't voluntarily leave yet, and the game, of course, ends on quarter. And John, you've only lost the Warrior of the Dead, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
lost my
So you're nowhere
This
near
is when
broken.
orc courage is good.
Alright, it is. You need to make a strategic withdrawal.
Oh,
Alright,
wait, no, but John can just charge me.
so if you win priority, you get to take
Yeah,
courage
right,
tests.
Yeah, right.
Alright, so big priority for turn number 7, guys. Big priority.
1.
Oh no!
That's fine. If he fails
That's-
courage, the game's over.
That's true, that's true. Alright, so John can make some charges.
So I'm gonna move this fella over here. And we'll just go 1
Yeah.
there. 2, 3 to there. There's 1. There's 1. There's 2. And we'll just move this guy.
Alright, so the last 2 orcs in the mosh pit are very, very trapped.
Okay, so I am hoping that my sergeant here fails his courage test so that he flees, and at the end of the turn, the game will end. Hopefully with my guy not having been killed by John's leader. And then I win.
Well, there'll be a draw.
Yes, I think that is a victory at this point for the orcs.
Victory, yes.
Alright, well let's do your courage test first, Jacko, see if your orc wants to stay around.
7,
And
so he runs.
he's out of here. He's decided to
Game
fall
over.
back. Alright, well, we got 2 combats. Let's finish this off, guys. Where do you want to begin, Mr. John?
Okay, so we're gonna make this guy faint, so I can reroll all my ones,
So re-rolling ones with your lieutenant.
and then these guys will just do regular strikes.
Striking normally. Alright, you've got a spear with no shield in this fight. Just fighting normally, Jacko?
Yeah.
That's all I can do, right?
You could stab.
Can I stab with a spear?
He also has a sword. All models also
right,
have a
of course
sword.
he does. Yeah, I'm gonna stab.
Alright.
I'm definitely stabbing.
Set the tone.
Stabbing
5
myself.
high.
Don't win the fight.
Oh!
Well, I guess it's fine if I win the fight.
Yeah, so you've won the
Oh,
fight
yeah.
there.
Oh, that's good. Okay, let's kill
So
someone.
now you've stabbed, so you're re-rolling ones.
This is good.
Now, what defense are these guys?
They're both defense 3.
And does one of them have fate?
These guys both have fate.
Oh, they both. Wait, they.
No, the archer and the spearman. both
Okay,
have
so I'm
fate.
gonna go for the guy who doesn't have fate.
Sure.
And he's defense 3.
3.
So you're needing 4s to wound, re-rolling ones.
Oh, I wish I had my reroll now. Oi.
Hey, there we go.
Oh,
An elf dies. Well, look at that. Dude, I think you've drawn the game. Let's jump into the final combat of the turn.
Stab.
I should have used as my point call. Wouldn't have mattered. It's a heroic combat to second it. But it's okay. Let's do it again.
And, oh wow, threes all round. 3 threes for the elves and a 3 for Mordor. So it goes to the elves.
We'll just
So I gotta do my stab, right?
Yes, you do. So stabbing damage.
Come on, you can do it. Kill yourself.
Good game.
Amazing! Oh, what a finish to an epic game. Jackson got absolutely minced. His guys got shot to pieces. They ran away. They killed themselves with stabbing damage.
Look how happy I am.
So, with 1 kill to each leader, that game is a draw, and they both score themselves 3 influence. Let's jump into the post-game. So with the game over, it's time to jump into our aftermath, and we're starting off with our injuries. Now, you only lost 1 elf.
Just 1 elf.
And of course, the Warrior of the Dead now fades into dust and doesn't permanently add to the company roster. So let's have a look at, it was this little guy here.
Yep.
So 2d6 on the Warrior chart.
Here we go.
And a big 7. That is a full recovery. John does not lose any members of his company. And you still get 3 influence from the draw, so a pretty good result in the end. In stark contrast to the Elven forces, we have a lot of casualties over here. Luckily, you had a couple of guys run away, or just 1?
Just 1.
Just 1, so he doesn't have to roll on the injury chart, but everybody else does, including 2 of your heroes and your leader. So do you want to start with heroes or warriors first, Jacko?
Let's do the heroes.
Let's do the heroes. Alright, so 2d6 on the hero injury chart. Let's see how we go.
8.
And an 8. So
Full
that is a
recovery.
full recovery for your leader, so that's nice. We'll get him out of here. And now your injured 2-handing sergeant who was pinned against the rock, he gets a 6, which is also a full recovery. Okay, fantastic. So a pretty comfortable result there for the 2 heroes. And now we've got warriors galore. On the warrior injury chart, we're looking for a 6+ to get a full recovery for these guys. And yep, 1 full
6.
recovery. And 7, full recovery. And 7, 8. No.
8.
5, alright, so he is injured and will miss next game, but no permanent damage. And look at that, fantastic. Alright, so it was a vicious game with a lot of injuries, Jacko, but still managed to score 3 influence points because of the draw.
Yep.
And not really too much damage in the end, just 1 troop missing next game.
I get +1 influence for my territory as well.
That's true, so you'll actually grab 4 influence at the end of this battle. Very solid indeed.
Alright, so now that injuries are done, I'm going to take a roll on the reinforcement table. I've got 1 extra influence point, so if they don't like the result, I can modify it.
Whoa.
I don't like the result, so I'm going to modify it.
So a big 1 would normally get you nothing on the table, so you can spend 1 to make that a 2, and what does that get you?
I just paid 4 influence for a Mordor Orc with Orc Bow.
Your MVPs from the last game,
Yes.
fantastic.
Excellent models.
I've only got 3 influence as well, so I'm going to spend it on a reinforcement. So hoping for anything.
Oh,
Oh,
1.
that's-
Oh.
Does it count if it falls on the table? It was a 1.
a 1. Oh my god, the reinforcements are not flowing thick and fast. 2 1s, luckily Jackson can modify it, and no one joins John's company. So a pretty crazy draw that feels like John won, but really was a total win for Jackson. Pretty insane result, guys. And of course, because it's a draw, neither of you gain any territory on the campaign map. Not in this battle phase, anyway. Who was your MVP, John? Even though it sort of swung back against you towards the end there.
I think it was definitely the 2 elf archers. They took a guy out each, took another 2 guys out in combat, and then flanked the entire enemy force, which basically let me destroy the rest of the guys. So
Yeah, their whole kind of like pincer movement, jumping down and pinning Jacko's sergeant against the wall and pounding him into dust was certainly a pretty effective tactic. And you got a fair spread of experience,
sure.
not enough to reach 5 to do any kind of upgrades or anything. I'm sure we'll see a bit of that in your next game though, as you've scored quite a few points. Jacko, who was your MVP?
I'm torn because I'm really proud of my leader for killing the Warrior of the Dead.
Yeah, big ask.
I've gifted him the title of Dead Slayer.
Nice.
For that. But I think just because it's so funny, I'm going to give it to the guy who stabbed himself
Yeah.
to rob victory from
Yeah,
John.
an incredible play. Yeah, just totally tying up the scoreline and stopping John from getting that final clinch victory, and an epic moment. Well done, guys, in the first round of our Battle Company's map-based campaign. We've got a whole lot more coming to you guys in this series. Lots more games. You'll see me and Jacques playing off soon. I got a game against John, and as our heroes and companies start to expand across the map, we'll add in a few more things, chuck in some cool narrative scenarios and some big multi-team events, and really check out all that Battle Companies really has to offer. So lots of exciting stuff to look forward to. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the channel, make sure you subscribe and check out all our other Lord of the Rings content. And in the meantime, keep on SPG gaming. Cheers, guys.